Alright, so where next? It's a big, big place. Oh, is this side of the hotel open as well? Ah, is that where the guys stay in the publisher then? I kind of want to talk to him, see what I can convince him to let the guy write his lovely, lovely fanfics. Ah yeah, this is probably where the... What the hell is that? Don't know whether that's a Soviet thing, but it looks like a mutated Teletubby. Oh, there's another one. Oh no, that's a normal bear. Right, no way up in this place as well. No woman and... Is this the same? Nope. See a tiny dried out... All the different portraits though. It's not like there's an old woman picture, there's a young man picture, there's a fighter picture. It's like everyone has their own portrait. I can't... It's just this game, man. See a tiny dried out old lady with a sorrowful look on her face. She's mumbling something and moving hectically on the dusty floor without making much. I read heretically for a second. I must be playing too much 40k stuff. The old woman is so busy with her own things, she almost bumps into you, quivers, and makes a sign of the cross. Oh, why are you sneaking up on me, darling? What do you want? It's quite a lot of stuff on you. A head of cheese. And real cheese as well. -1 personality. Huh. Nothing much, just trying to figure out what's going on here. The old woman throws her wrinkly hands up in the air. Ah, young man, dark times are upon us, and my neighbour, Rudolph, isn't feeling that great. Just laying in bed all day, every day, sleeping. I'm feeling melted condensed milk and linden honey. He's swallowing as if he were awake, but his eyes won't open. That's weird. What do you know about the city? What is there to tell? Nice city, so clean. The people are mostly nice, not too many drunks. Less than before, anyway. All good people. They work a lot, have clean clothes, and respect the law. Nice city, darling. Well, sounds pretty great. What, do you know any good gossip? Oh, what kind of gossip can there be? Someone fell ill, or prices have gone up. We have other things to do. We old people have no time for gossip. We need to take care of ourselves. And of you, the young folk. What a nice woman. See you. Oh, goodbye. Wait, will I catch a feeding? Oh. Doesn't look like there's anyone else in here anyways. There's a book on there. What was it? A Dream Diary of Rudolf Karpov. Is it some, what's it called? Some Lovecraft stuff going on here with the Dream Diary. The man pays no attention to you as if he's been cursed. You see sick man. Could do a quick save. I don't know whether this is stealing. Nope, apparently not. Dream Diary of Rudolf Karpov. A messy looking book bound with leather. First few pages of the diary are ruined with spilt ink. Thrice it has come to me in my dreams, this unknown city on the border of sleep and the waking world, which is as thin as a string of fantastical musical instrument, yet as hard to traverse as boiling nuclear desert. Charming, glorious, and forever remindful of the simple past, now covered with radioactive sands, but also not matching any creation formed by the mind of a mortal mason. A glorious city indeed, with its alabaster commons, jade spires, and shingled gambrel roofs that cover the restful quarters of its kindly yet shy dwellers. Neither name nor geographical placement of this splendid city are known to my waking mind, even though I remember traversing its cobbled, narrow streets, its vast squares, the parapets of ancient guarding castle, now overgrown with dark green vines, the cloud-piercing towers of its foreboding ancient cathedral. I know but for one thing for certain. I want to come back to this Grandois city once more. So it's definitely Lovecraft inspired. I have read quite a lot of Lovecraft's early stuff. I haven't finished the later stuff, but I've read a lot of it on the train. Still, even in a land of dreams, which I now visit each night thanks to the potion concocted by my shaman friend, Baldur Tugalov, who prefers to spend his evenings in a small drinking establishment on the premises of the city of Fogalevka village. Nobody knows the way to my dream city, basked in the light of unknown foreign stars. I have started my somnambulic quest for this place by having an audience with the wise cat of ancient Ulthar. It was then when their brave and well-trained captain, Barsik, whom I have recently rescued from a wolf pack in the waking world with tear-filled eyes, and shook his head. The city of which you speak, Rudolph, is not known to any cat under the moon, the noble beast spoke. Unknown it is also to the grotesque yet kind-hearted pale ghouls, and even to the forever scheming, treacherous zugs of the cavernous depths, Jesus. Only the evil yet wise Pharaoh, whose name itself is a curse, might know of this place you seek. For only he who did not go mad after witnessing the cosmic undulations of madness Azathoth, the god idiot, he whom the saints sealed in a blind ivory tower, truly knows all. Yep, that is all Lovecraft there. Thus I know where to stride, to the place where no stars shine, to the castle of the covetous Nyarlathotep, a lurker on the threshold, an enemy to the childlike feeble gods of the earth, and a fellow to the cosmic horrors, for whom all existence is but a drop of the ocean of entropy. Tonight, I empty the last of Barjeed's sleeping potions and return to my dream quest for the unknown city, or perhaps for the doom that awaits me in the hungry, lashing tentacles of the monstrous inhabitants of Lang, the nightmare Plato. The diary ends here, further pages are empty. Dude, that is fucking awesome. I really... I almost want to make a beeline for that city, but I'm going to wait. I hope it's written in my diary, because I will have to remember to go back and do that. It is not, but I will remember you. There's a few unmarked quests, actually, but this is something I'm going to be very interested in doing. Oh, that's really cool. What about the pictures in here? Very fantastical ones. Salvador Dali, is it? I can't remember. Melting clocks on that by the looks of things. Very interesting. I will be back for you, Rudolph. Okay, I guess I'm going to proceed. I'm going to do it row by row. So I've just been in there. I've been there. I'm going to go into here now. No, that's an I. Militia barracks, I guess. So it's these guys outside, see whether they have anything to say. You have a gloomy little man in a uniform hat standing in front of you. He's scratching his thick sideburns, covering his mouth with his large palm as he loudly coughs from time to time. Krasnov syndrome! He squints his eyes at you and gestures to come closer. Well, 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 comrade. Can I see your registration? I don't have a registration. I don't live in the city. Oh, what's happening there behind you? So the registration, I see. Well, let me write it down. Full confession to being in the city illegally, by the way. This means you have to pay a fine. Uh-huh. Oh, don't just start with that. My amigos already paid the entrance fee to Krasnoznamonie. Ah, so Fidel is also here. Right, sorry. I didn't recognize you. Fine, you can walk freely in the city. Uh-huh. He was about to say. Well, some law enforcement you have here. Nothing out of the ordinary. We're just making sure all laws are observed and all citizens have proper permits and documents. Which is funny, because I didn't get anything from the gate guard for my rip-off. Alright, can you ask a couple of questions for me? Well, that doesn't cost me anything. Go ahead. Yeah, you can't trade anyway. Is it considered normal here that passers-by get shaken down for money? If these passers-by violate the law, sure. For example, if a person doesn't have a registration or something, we'll need to see the coins. There's no way around it. Uh-huh. Do you know anything exciting going on in Krasnoznamonie? Well, nothing too exciting. The electricity keeps disappearing. Some people would be happy to have any kind of electricity. However, I think the city electrician could have done something about it, because he's quite useless, to be honest. Well, it's more that the ministers are quite useless from what I hear, but anyway. Have you heard any interesting rumours coming from the waste? People say that Dan, the owner of the old factory, fancies himself boss of the wasteland. Who does he think he is, this old paper pusher? So, nothing, and almost got shaken down for money again. She looks like she's up to no good. You're surprised to realise that the officer standing in front of you is hardly over 18 years of age. Yeah, I was about to say he looks pretty young in his photo. You don't get to see such young law enforcement officers often, especially in large cities where only experienced, seasoned people can apply from that position. To his credit, despite his young age, the guy looks composed and serious. Having noticed you, he smiles and starts talking. Good day, comrade. I'm Patrol Officer Kajushkin. What seems to be the problem? I just felt like chatting with you. I guess I did. How did a young man like yourself end up on the force? The guy looks very serious while answering your question. How? Because of my experience. My adoptive father, Rodian, and I survived in really harsh conditions up to last year, so when I got here, I was immediately accepted as a patrol officer. Well, that must have been some harsh conditions to push him to that. What happened? The young officer rubs his nose, sighs, and starts telling his story. I'm from the north, and I might add, it's no surprise that people in Krasnoznamonia associate that part of the world with all kinds of nightmares and terrors. Barbarians, maniacs, crazy cult followers. I myself was saved from a cult by my adoptive father, Rodion. Don't I remember Rodion from somewhere? Can't remember exactly. Didn't Minster say something about Rodion, that crazy old dude in the tavern?
Exactly. After the war, Rodion and I were wanderers. We saw all sorts, and one day the windy road took us right here to the lair of some, cult followers. It just happened by accident. We found ourselves at the Black Mess. There, one of the participants explained to us in perfect Russian that they're about to sacrifice some to the death god. The child of that very death god, meaning you, in brackets, hiccup. And Rodion went mental. He always loved children, so when he heard that, it was like sacrilege to him. He started firing at those guys, then grabbed you and started running. I followed him. That was how we got away. Then our roads parted. He took you and went in one direction, I went in the other. I settled down by this village, and he became the greatest wizard on Earth. And now, fancy meeting you here.
Might be getting this mixed up. They wanted to kill me, a 1-year-old baby on a shrine. Can you believe it? And just a couple of years after the war, too. The developed socialism era's heels didn't even have time to cool down, so to speak. After that, my old pa and I lived in an abandoned candle factory for most of my life, together with a group of other mostly sane survivalists. I got to fight off all kinds of raids in my childhood. Cannibals, mutants, completely uncivilized savages. Having lived a life like that, I can't really be scared by some common criminals. So, as soon as counterfeit vodka took Rodion to the kingdom to come, I came here, told them about myself, showed what I'm capable of, and got the job. Now, I'm trying to live up to the expectations. Impressive life story. Wonder whether he can teach me something. Have you ever been in trouble with the criminal world? It's the thugs who are in trouble with me, not the other way around. I've never even had to call for help. Drunks, pickpockets, scammers, small fry. I'm more interested in something else. For many days now, I've this feeling as if someone's constantly watching me. Like a dark silhouette at the corner of my eye. But as soon as I turn around, nothing. I think you're just making it up, and that's it. One more question. I want to report that your colleague is taking pride to the people. I've seen that you've been talking. It's a pity I'm not a high-ranking officer at this point, so I really can't help you there. Maybe you should talk to different militiamen? Yeah, that's what they all say. Can I go in there? I guess. I'm going to quick save before I do, just in case. I really want to talk to that old woman there. There's no receptionist. Dude in the back. He looks like a serious officer. Wait, can I go down there? Doesn't seem to. Where does that lead? Is it like a pantry or? That was probably like a stockade. I don't know. Let's talk to the prisoner. Can't even see him. A bony prisoner hums a gangster song in an unfriendly cell. As he notices you, he comes to the bars and talks to you in a high, unpleasant voice. You're not sure if you should answer him up. A high, unpleasant voice. I didn't do anything. Tell them. How did you end up here, man? Ouch. I killed and I stole, just like everyone. Trivial. I didn't do anything. I killed and I stole. How long are you going to remain here? No idea. Until I kick the bucket, I suppose. Ugh. How did you end up here? Nope. Well, enjoy your stay. Huh. A mysterious silhouette. Maybe that's why he's been arrested, because he literally doesn't have a face. Huh. Well. Yep. A short-tempered middle-aged man in a relatively... Yeah, I can see the short-tempered new uniform bulges his eyes, strewn with bloody streaks at you, his nostrils flaring vehemently when he realizes that you want to talk to him.
I've long since lost count how many men I keep here to patrol the streets, but no, you're coming here in scores anyway. What is it? What will the respectable citizen charge the chief of police with instead of turning to one of his subordinates? Got bitten by a mermic? Mother-in-law took all your money? The TV set died?
Hello, Comrade Chief. I haven't seen you at my place for a while. Decided to pay you a visit.
Are you suggesting that I should start drinking? I'm intoxicated with this life already. So much I'm sick of it.
Oh, I Just wanted to talk. Personality. The man silently takes a hard ceramic mug full of steaming hot coffee in his hand, weighs it, squints one eye, looks at you, assumes a comfortable position to throw it, sighs and returns the mug back to his place.
I'm not a monster. I understand why my idiot assistants weren't of any help in this case. What can I ask of them? But still, why chat with civil officials at all? Aren't there enough old women outside? Old gossipers? Chatty crones? What do you need from me?
Well, we could introduce ourselves.
My name's Sergei. Sergei Ivanovich. Sergei Ivanovich Streletsky. Happy now?
Yeah. How'd you like your job? The man turns to the peeling wall of his office and bangs it hard with his fist. Froth at his lips and rage in his eyes. He turns back at you and nods with an unexpected smile. Jesus Christ.
It's fine.
I'm happy for you. What can you tell me about Krasno's pneumonia? The Chief's teeth clatter as he answers.
Nothing. I can't tell you anything about Krasno's pneumonia. I'm the one constantly being told about Krasno's pneumonia. Dozens of times per day, every day. About the things that are wrong in this city.
Terrible. Another question. Have you heard any rumors?
Do you have any idea how many tips and anonymous letters I receive every day? Do you really think I'm willing to hear out any rumors after that? Go talk to the old crones outside. They will tell you more rumors than you've asked for. Go on. Out.
Maybe sure, but I'll ask another question first. I have the feeling options 2 and 3 might be lethal, or at least coffee related. I'm just gonna quickly save first, so I don't want to get thrown in there with the guy who thinks murdering people's okay.
Right, is anything on fire?
It's not good for your health being all that nervous. Police chief listens to you. He starts smiling. Smile grows on and on to the point where it looks unnatural and his left eye starts twitching.
Oh, well thank you, Doc. Who would have thought? Thank you for your kind advice. I'll do my best to take care of myself and my nerves.
Despite the officer's unexpectedly friendly voice, your reptile brain suspects the police chief is mere seconds away from jumping you and throttling you. I'm not good at first aid. It's terrifying even being in the same room with you. Is that what a state official should be like? It says. At first, the officer looks livid, but then your words hit home and rage gives way to shame.
You're right. Especially when you say that I wind myself up and my anger is more of a habit now than a justified reaction. You explained it properly at last. Perhaps this will help me keep it together at home. Really want to thank you. And give you these 100 rubles. You devil.
Glad to be of service. Let's change the subject. I have business to discuss. Chief of police slaps himself on the forehead annoyed.
Yes, the streets of Krasnoye aren't trodden enough. People don't understand where the lawn ends and the road begins. We need to hire someone who would be loafing around doing nothing, thus solving this terrible problem. Or... wait. Are you indeed a mercenary? For a while now, I want to get the head of Eugene Kotiev from the gang Protectors of the Matriarchy. Reason, stealing cattle close to the place called Fogelevka.
That's it, that's.
Great. Not many people are willing to take care of people like this and scumbag Eugene.
You're making me say it again, game.
Kotiev. I expect to hear from you in 4 days. Don't be like the other people in my life. Don't let me down.
Oh, bollocks, 4 days. So he's actually giving me a frickin' time. Yeah, I'm just going to go back and not take that just yet. I'm going to make a note of it instead. Okay. Here we are back then. I'm here to complain about one of your subordinates. Actually, I'm going to save again before this. You're about to report an unpleasant incident when the police chief stops you with the commanding gesture.
In written form.
As you see past the sheet of paper to you, you notice his look is full of hatred, his left eye twitches. Right, just a second. I shouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't do this normally, but I kind of want to see what he has to say. Ugh. You spend the next half hour describing in details the incident that happened to you, from time to time digressing to deliberate on law, the detrimental effect of bribery, and a parasitic lifestyle. By the end, your complaint looks more like a philosophical treatise. As you read it, you're proud of your words, and the sense of fulfillment fills you. And now he's going to scrunch it up and put it in the bin. With a content smile, you hand the finished manuscript to the police chief. Without reading it, he crumples it and hides it in a drawer.
Thank you for your initiative.
Well, I better go. Well, I'm glad that's been reported. Thank you, officer. I look forward to seeing the gate guard removed of his position. And excuse me, young sir, but have you ever noticed there's a woman behind you, staring at you? I'm just going to ask her what's going on. see a slightly hunched middle-aged woman in front of you. She looks very wistful. She isn't paying attention to your presence at all, since the young militiaman standing on his post nearby is the sole focus of her attention. When the militiaman notices her and looks at her with surprise, the woman quickly turns away from him in order to hide her face and almost bumps into you. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to push you. No problem. Could you answer a couple of questions for me? Well, certainly you can try. I'm new to the city myself. What's your name? My name is Eugenia Crowquill Smoktunovsky. Wait, didn't he just say it's... Yeah, it's simple. My name is... The woman looks at you, her eyes filled with sorrow. Pavel buttery fingers verde. Spin off the geometric... Ego the eyesore. Oh, that's close enough. What a unique name. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Eugenia. Could you answer a couple of questions? Where are you from? Oh, we're far away from here. I came from the north, walked half the way barefoot, and the other half in the boots I took off a dead body I found in a ditch. Life's way more peaceful here in the city, I must say. Is she like his mum or something? You can hear pieces of mere illusion. What do you do? For a living, you mean? But that depends on the day. If someone needs their house cleaned or their meal cooked, I'm up for the job, whatever the pay might be. He gets you back. Story of my life. Can't you have some rumours? My former countrymen up there in the north wanted to raid a caravan that was transporting the legendary Andropov's box. However, they didn't succeed, and now this cursed box is being transferred from person to person here in the Waste. God forbid it should end up in your hands and reveal its secrets to you. I don't know exactly, but something truly terrifying is hidden in that box. Huh, that sounds interesting. And Andropov, is he one of the pre-war politicians? What kind of horrible secrets could he have had? One more question. I want to talk to you about the militiaman you've been spying on. The woman sobs and hides her sad gaze from you. Hi, I don't know where to start. Start from the beginning. I was still very young at that time, hadn't even turned 20, but already got involved with a cult who worshipped Vnuk, the so-called god of death. We lived as a commune, we sang songs, and according to their ritual, I got married to the cult leader, Alisher, although he wanted us to call him Alistair. Continue listening in silence. Well, our life wasn't too bad, even after our son was born. He was a great boy. We named him Belphegor, after a demonic baron. And then one of those lunatics came up with the idea that our baby was an incarnation of Vnuk, and our baby needs to be killed so that the spirit of Vnuk could grace us all. At first, of course, I was against it, but Alisher really got into this idea, and also got me on board. I was so into the idea that I put my baby boy, my own son, on a stone shrine. It was a miracle that saved us from committing a sin. Some crazy hobo started shooting, and we ran away. When the shooting was over, Belphegor's vanished into thin air. Probably one of the hobos got him, thinking that the kid would be better off with him than us. My God, what a fool I'd been. And even after that day, I kept believing in the powers of Vnuk for a couple more years. But then I lost my faith, both in the sect teachings and my sadistic husband. I ran away, and started looking for any information I could find about my missing son. That's quite a story. I found out the old man who kidnapped my son is called Rodion. After a couple more years living like a hermit, I found out that they were living in an old candle factory. I also found out that Rodion is dead, and my son's gotten a job here in the city. He became a militiaman. And now here I am, watching my baby boy from behind a cover. My son, whom I betrayed, whom I almost killed, whom I left to the mercy of fate, and I don't know what to do. What if he won't recognize me? What if he won't believe me? What if he does recognize me but orders me to go away? Yeah, it kind of does suck what she's done, but like honestly, cults like that are super easy to get properly enthralled in with the whole, what's it called? Why have I gone blank? I can't remember, but yeah. Let me talk to him. I mean, she's probably either she's gonna take him behind back and murder him, or she's Really? I was afraid to ask. But yes, please, go talk to him. I'm too scared. Fine, I'll try. You probably heard the whole conversation. I reckon he's within earshot, but still. A young militiaman salutes you and addresses you in a brave voice. Actually, let's say first real quick. Maybe you noticed the woman watching you all the time. What if I were to tell you she's your mother? The young militiaman shoots an irritated look at you. Don't be ridiculous. I only have one parent, my stepfather Rodion, and I have no desire to meet my mother. That is, if I even had one. What kind of woman leaves a child alone with a drunkard? I don't want to hear it. End of story. Well, that's pretty much that. Understood, man officer. Fair enough. Right, it's time for me to take a walk. I don't think this is going to shatter her. It's unfortunate, but you know. How life goes. Like I told you before, this militiaman is my son, Belfagor Alisterovich. Wow, you named him after... yeah, no man. I could approach him, but he wouldn't recognize me. What if he kicks me out of the city when he finds out? Oh, what a scary prospect. Listen to me. You made enough mistakes in your life to get scared now and not apologize to your son. Go to him. Who knows what will happen. Are you actually shitting me? I've got... 90 speechcraft. Only 90 speechcraft, apparently. Will this work? 94. Wow. That is one hard to convince woman. Looks like you need 100 speechcraft to do anything. Damn. Right, I'm gonna leave her for now. Just make sure I actually journaled it. Yeah. Alright. Okay. I don't know what that is. CCCP, so the Soviet Union. Hello. What a weird looking place. Oh, it's a gun store. Yeah, definitely a gun store. The black-haired, bearded man in a leather jacket lovingly cleans AK parts. As he does so, he whistles an unfamiliar tune and looks as if he's head over heels in what he's doing. Attention. Try to follow his movements. Assess. Follow the man's movement to the best of your abilities. The way he cleans the weapon parts has a hidden system, and you seem to recognize it. Try to figure out his methods. Yes! Ooh! You try to figure out how the man's gun cleaning method differs from yours, and you actually begin seeing a pattern. Take note of the man's movements before he notices you looking. Do I sense a lover of fine guns? Great. I've got the best stuff in the waste. You'll never find those babies anywhere else. Maybe we could talk about a discount? Oh, you're a cheeky one. No, I don't give discounts. I'm not a village trader. I'm an honest god, respectable merchant. Fine, show me your wares. Damn. It's all sparkly. Animals. Ooh, an SKS. Wow, there's a lot of weapons here. And a lot of rounds. There's not got much money on him actually though. Super glue. And you can also sniff it. Wait, is it something that you... Wait, what? Is it just useful to have? Because the only thing it seems that you can do with it is sniff it. Like 100 toxic there. And a good old Mauser. I don't have the strength nor the pistol and rifle experience though. God damn. Maybe you'd like to talk for a bit. You're a nice enough person. Let's chat. Why not? Tell me about yourself, friend. Captain, the 2nd rank USSR Marine Corps infiltrator, military scuba diver and weapons expert. Well, I'm a trader nowadays. Although not just some trader. My old connections help me get the best stuff around. Okay, maybe we picked the wrong accent to speak with than that. Honored to speak with you, Captain. Can I ask something else? Inquisitiveness, sure is a virtue. How do the authorities look at your business? Like all authorities look at unregulated arms trade. If you know the right people, they just look away. Good point. Any advice on weaponry? You look like a capable sort of fella. Not as capable as my old compadre, Major Pronin, but still, I doubt I can teach you anything. Trader rubs his chin, thinking something over. Fine. Maybe you don't know this one. When you're shooting an MG, try screaming as loud as you can. Keeps your ears from popping due to the noise of the shots. And more experience. Hey, thanks for that. Like, seriously. Heard any good rumors? Heard that Abraham, the old book trader, has some issues with a gang of lowlives that continuously kill his couriers. Quite the situation, right? Gangs are always a problem. Goodbye. Oh, he's got some nice weapons. I'm kind of interested in that SKS. I don't really have the money for it right now, though.